All right, let's get to it, man. One of the biggest, biggest things about One Piece that people are trying to figure out what it is and things like that is the Will of D. What the hell is it? Now, Roger told Whitebeard what it was. I think I figured out what it was, especially after last chapter with this Davy D. Jones. Everybody was on. I mean, well, I don't know about everybody. It was a few people that was speculating that he was a D. This is what the Will of D is. The Will of D is Joy Boy's crew. It's that simple. Joy Boy crew is they're the D's. That's what it is. Now, if you look at the Celestial Dragons, right, there's different families of them, right? We already know that like 20 families came together and one excommunicated. That was Vivi's family, and they're all Celestial Dragons, but they come from different families. That's why they got different names. But what about the D's? You start seeing these D's and they have different names because they're from different families. Why? Because the original D's weren't related. Oh, Seaball, he thinks that's a good theory. It's the right theory. So check this out. Luffy, right? Me doing night shift streams now. I've done them before, but I had to do a night because I was busy earlier. But remember, Luffy, he has two brothers, right? But they're not actually related. They had that sake, they had a drink of sake, and then pronounced themselves as brothers. Binks Sake. Binks was one of the D's on board of Joy Boy's crew, and he was the musician. Remember, Luffy said he was looking for a musician. Listening to Mean Tinfoil hat on, bruh, stop it. No, this is legit. Binks was the one who was the musician of the I'm not going. I know the name of Joy Boy's pirate crew too. I'm gonna reveal that later on. But he was a musician of Joy Boy's crew, and he's the one that poured the sake, and then they all pronounced themselves as family. Oh, thank you, Morgan. Oh, so remember back in Alabasta. Did I spell ultimate wrong? Oh, whoops! I'll correct it, man. Okay, so anyway, remember back in Alabasta, Vivi joined the crew for a minute, right? She's actually an honorary straw hat, and they all put those X's on their arms in order to distinguish themselves from Mister Two. Luffy went Gear 5, and you see the X reappear on his arm, like there's an X on his arm. He was calling to Vivi, wanting her to join the crew again. So Vivi's getting ready to join the crew. Guess what we find out? Mean was high on the Wii when he typed that. Maybe. Anyway, Vivi we find out is a D. But when she mentions a name, when we heard the name before, she never mentioned the D. Nefertari Vivi. It was just that. We didn't know about the D. So anyway, one of the family that dropped out of the that left us Mary Joa, they wound up becoming D's. I don't think that Lily was a D at first. I think she became a D after she joined the pirate crew. Yeah. So anyway, Luffy wants Vivi to join the crew. So guess what? Luffy's a D. Vivi's a D. There's also another D on the crew. Robin. We found out Robin's dad is has was passed away, right? The mom said Robin's dad was no longer living. And then guess what we find out? Clover, Professor Clover, turns out to be a D. His brother was deleted. The brother is probably Nico Robin's dad, which would make her a D. So we got 3 Ds. No, All of them are D's. The entire Straw Hat crew are consistent of D's in some way, shape, or form. Even if they're not actually related directly, they either carry the will of the original pirate crew, which was Joy Boy's crew. They carried their will, which would make them a D. So Chopper would probably be an example because he's actually a reindeer. So he might not actually be a direct descendant of one of the D's. I think Luffy is a direct descendant of Joy Boy. But remember, Luffy is sort of like he's like almost like a reincarnation of Roger. Not exactly. He's carrying on Roger's will. But how come Roger's name is Gold and Luffy's name is Monkey? I think Gold is actually an offshoot of Monkey, meaning like the family split into two different families, and one became the Gold family, and the other one became the Monkey family. But the Gold family said we're gonna keep the D. You know what I mean? Because it this is what happened. Jinbei, right? He was part of a crew. What were they called? The Sun Pirates. The Sun Pirates? Yes, the Sun Pirates, right? Check this out. What was not Luffy's, Joy Boy's crew called? The Dawn Pirates. You got Sun Pirates, of course you got Dawn Pirates, man. The D stands for the Dawn Pirates. And eventually what happened is they lost the war against Emu. That's why the D's are what's he called? What's he called? Why am I getting this mixed up? The enemies of the gods. They lost the war, and once they lost the war, Joy Boy said, "Hey, to indicate that we were Dawn Pirates, we're gonna name ourselves. We're gonna put a D as a middle initial name." That's what happened. So probably Joy Boy probably was Monkey something. Then he just changed his name to Monkey D so and so. The D stands for Dawn Pirates. And then same thing with everybody else. All the way down the line. Davy D. Jones was probably just Davy Jones at first. And then after they lost the war with Emu, they added the D into the name. All right, let me check the comments real quick. I have a theory. They both are from the Sun D family, and it branches out to Monkey and Gold. Morgan has a good point. I think Monkey came first. The reason why I think Monkey came first is because Luffy's supposed to be like a representation of Sun Wukong, who was a monkey in Chinese mythology. That's why I'm sticking with the monkey thing. But you got a good point. Okay, I saw a theory about the D meaning half moon, like they were a clan of people from the moon. It kind of makes sense. I don't know if they came from the moon or whatever, but every Straw Hat, we could tie them back. Luffy is probably a direct descendant of Joy Boy. He looked just like him. When we seen the Joy Boy silhouette, looked just like Luffy. Okay, number 2, Zoro. He's a descendant of Ryuma. Ryuma probably was probably added the D to his name after he lost the war to Emu. Sanji. Sanji, I think, it could be either two different things. I don't think Vinsmoke Judge is a D, but Sora, which is Sanji's mom, may be a D, meaning she's a descendant of one of Joy Boy's original crew. Or Judge, he altered Sanji's DNA. Not just Sanji, but his brothers and his sister. The DNA he altered them with was probably Lunarian DNA. One of the original crew members on Joy Boy's crew was probably a Lunarian. And there the D, that's where he got the D from, was either from his mom or from the Lunarian DNA, one of the two. See how simple that is? How simple Sanji could end up being a D? We already know Robin probably a D because of father. Then Frankie might be a D too. Why not? We don't know who his mother is. Cut D Flam. Not playing. We don't know who his mother is, so he might be a D. Everybody else is D. I believe Usopp's a D. I already did a theory on that because he's a I think he's a descendant of Davy Jones, and Davy Jones is a D. We already know Luffy Sanji. Usopp is a descendant of Mont Blanc Nolan, right? Not just that. He also says that he's going to get Conqueror's Haki. So we know somebody who's a descendant of Davy Jones, who I think Nolan is actually a descendant of Davy Jones as well. We already know that. So what you call him, Rocks winds up having Conqueror's Haki, and being the descendant of Davy Jones. So that's what's going to happen with Usopp. He's going to be a descendant of Davy Jones and winds up getting Conqueror's Haki. Okay. So would that mean Blackbeard and Usopp are cousins? Yes. Probably. But remember, you don't necessarily have to be 100% direct descendants. I don't think so. Not everybody, because Chopper might be the exception. Also, Sanji, I think the D part might come from his Lunarian DNA. Like how he got the steel-like body and he can create flames. That it seems like that comes from Lunarian DNA. So if that's the case, you know what I mean? He might have not got it from his direct family. It might come from the judge messing with his DNA. All black characters are related, according to me. Actually, that's true. Whether you believe it or not, all humans are related. So it ain't just the black ones, but all humans are related. So yeah, all black humans are related. Yeah. Okay, who else we got? Brooke. What's Brooke's name? What's Nami's name? What's Usopp's name? Why do they leave these names out? We already know. Back when we got the name reveal of Sanji, we find out that he's a Vinsmoke. It's going to be some type of backstory to it when they reveal their names. Now, guess what? I think Davy Jones is a direct forefather of Usopp. Elbaf's supposed to be Usopp's arc. Then we got the reveal of Davy Jones in the same arc, and y'all still think I'm crazy? This is Usopp's arc. He's going to reveal, hey, Davy D. Jones, that's my name. Or something like that. I don't know. We don't know Usopp's other name. He's gonna be like, oh, it's Davy D. Jones. Davy D. Usopp. You know what I mean? We're gonna find out he's a D or something like that. All the characters everybody in Luffy's crew are either going to be a direct descendant of Joy Boy's original crew, which actually I think they probably became a crew by sheer destiny, or they could be inherited the will of the original crew members. That's what I think it is. That's what makes the most sense to me. The name of the pirate crew was the Dawn Pirates, and in order to identify each other, through their descendants, they just put a D in their name. Okay, let me see. That would be a fire Usopp reveal if he kept it hidden the whole time. He might not even kept it hidden. He might not know his name. Like we might get it from Yasopp. Like Yasopp is like, oh, we're D's as well. We're related to Davy Jones, or it could be Usopp's mom that's related to Davy Jones. But Usopp might not even know his name, because remember, he got abandoned as a kid. I only call you crazy when you say Usopp is vice captain. He is unofficially. He's unofficially vice captain. But anyway, go ahead, leave your comments, like the video, and subscribe, because I can't eat. I'm broke. You got the power to change that. Peace.